Good day, I will be discussing the Anti-Voyeurism Act of 2009. The advancement of digital technology has paved the way to open new legal rights for people in general. With it, the laws of the country have also adapted to the new needs of the people, thereby creating and passing new statutes that would protect the people's basic rights in a different circumstance permitted by technology. Undoubtedly, people have opened themselves more to the use of digital technology. They have saved videos, photos, video recordings, and the likes to their devices, knowing that these are the extensions of themselves. As it is the case, it has been utilized as well to save memories, some casual, some for public consumption, but even more so, some are for own personal use or consumption. The Republic number 9995, otherwise known as Anti-Voyeurism Act. So, what is voyeurism? Voyeurism is a sexual interest aimed at or routine with regards to spying on individuals occupied with personal practices, for example, uncovering sexual action or different activities generally considered being of a private sort. Voyeurism isn't a wrongdoing at a precedent-based law, it is just a wrongdoing made by enactment. In the Philippines, voyeurism is a wrongdoing. As for Public Act number 9995, Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act, captures and film the most intimate moments of a couple or even by a lone individual. And unfortunately, this is becoming the trend, especially with the advent of smartphones and digital cameras. And some of the actual scenarios of voyeurism are in 2019. It is the issue of the leakage of the private videos of Jim Paredes, a veteran musician of the Philippines, that has been a massive topic of the discussion among show business and even the public. The leakage have been brought about the recording and storing private and personal images and videos on different electronic devices. And this is just one example of the dangers of such acts. In the same news reports, it has been noted that the Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group has recorded more than 100 cases of the same circumstances just in the first 2 months of 2019. In actuality, the Philippines passed the Republic Act number 995 of 2009 entitled An Act Defining and Penalizing the Crime of Photo and Video Voyeurism, prescribing penalties therefore and for other purposes, or the Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act 2009, which values the dignity and privacy of every human person and guarantees full respect for human rights, and penalize acts that would destroy the honor, dignity, and integrity of a person. These are the prohibited acts. As for Section 4, it said that it is hereby prohibited and declared unlawful for any person is to take photo or video coverage of a person or group. Other one is to copy or reproduce or to cause to be copied or reproduced. Other one is to sell or distribute or to cast to be sold or distributed. And lastly, to publish or broadcast or cause to be published or broadcast. Penalties are imposed. As for Section 5, the penalty of imprisonment of not less than 3 years but not more than 7 years, and a fine of not less than 100,000 pesos but not more than 500,000 pesos, or both, at the discretion of the court, shall be imposed upon any person found guilty of violating Section 4 of this Act. If the violator is a judicial person, its license or franchise shall be automatically be deemed revoked, and the person's liable shall be the officers thereof, including the editor and the reporter in the case of print media. And if the offender is a public officer or employee or professional, he or she shall be administratively liable. Finally, the Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act of 2009 serves as roots for all the succeeding